everybody, thanks again for tuning in. So over the past couple weeks, I've been doing a number of polls in a private social media group that we've got, asking people some questions to try to make sure we're providing content that fits their needs. One of the questions I asked was how many of the people in this group had a written social media strategy. And you know what? Only about 10% of them had one. Now, all the people in this group are there because they're struggling with their social media and they need a little bit more help. Which kind of makes me think if they had a written plan, they may not be struggling and searching for answers so much. We manage dozens and dozens of social media accounts here at Think Big Go Local. And for every single one of our clients, we have a written strategy and a written content schedule to keep things on track for them. Now, just like anything else in our life, when you put that pen to paper, it's going to hold you accountable. It's going to make sure things get done, and it's going to allow you to be more strategic in whatever mission you put forward when you've actually got a written plan. So today, I'm going to walk through the 3 biggest benefits of having a written social media marketing strategy, and then stay tuned because at the end, I've got a little gift for you. Okay, so the first reason you really need to get your social media strategy written down is so that you can manage your time most effectively. What I mean by that is when you sit down and you have a written strategy, you get to think less and work a little bit faster, which means you're going to have more free time on your hands. This is my granddaughter. I adore this child, and it is my goal to make sure that I get my work done during the week so I can spend time with her on the weekend. If I didn't have a written strategy that allowed me to do that, I'd be missing out on the most important thing in my world right now. It's also going to free up your time to more effectively run your business, because I'm guessing you've got other things to do than worry about posting to your social media all the time. One of the biggest reasons you want to do this is because we all like to take vacations, or maybe we get called out of the office, and if you're fortunate enough to have an assistant or a staff of any sort, by having a written plan, you can so much more easily pass that task on to somebody else to help you out with without having to do a tremendous amount of explanation. It just keeps everybody on board and working towards the same goals. Okay. I bet this scenario may seem pretty familiar to you. You sit down, you realize it's time to get something on your social media account, but the first thing that comes to mind is, man, I really need some sales this week. I really need to promote that new book or that new product or service that I have. And what tends to happen is we overly promote ourselves because as a business owner, we're thinking revenue because it's pretty important. Our audience really doesn't care. So by having a written social media strategy and content schedule, you're going to talk less about yourself and focus more on the needs of your audience. We have a rule over here that we try to only self-promote 10 to 20% of the time. The rest of the content is all building value for our audience. So by having this strategically written plan, you don't have to think anymore about what you need to post, and you're not going to post too much self-promotional content on error because you know that you shouldn't, but it's just the first thing that comes to mind as business owners. So reason number 2, talk less about yourself and you're going to focus more on your audience if you have it all written down and organized. Okay, reason number 3. By having a written social media strategy, you're going to create better content that resonates with your audience. You'll learn to understand your audience better when you go through the exercise of actually creating that strategy, and you're going to be fully aware and prepared to push out content in the right format, with the right context, and the best perceived value for the audience that you're trying to reach. We all have heard it, content is king. By having a written strategy, your content's gonna knock it out of the park. Okay, did I say I had something free for you? Hang on just a second and we'll get to that. First, let's sum it up here. The 3 reasons, the 3 biggest reasons why you need to put your social media strategy in writing. 1, so you can manage your time more effectively. 2, so you talk less about yourself and focus more on the audience you're there to serve. And 3, to help you create better content that reaches your ultimate goal in your social media plan. Now, if you're probably asking yourself, how do I get started creating that written strategy? What should it look like? Well, here's my free gift to you. We have just finished developing this awesome 7-step social media strategy guide, and I can't wait to give it to you for free. Absolutely for free, just to get you started with creating an excellent strategy that helps you integrate your social media into your overall marketing plan to grow your small business audience, ultimately leading to better relationships, more sales, and new leads. So, in order to get the free guide, it's really simple. Just go to the top of this page if you're on our blog. If you're here on YouTube, jump over to our website at thinkbiggolocal.com, and there's an opt-in on the home page or the top of every page on our site. All you need to do is give us your name and email, and we'll get that guide over to you immediately so you can get started on getting your social media strategy put together, put down on paper, and implemented so you can start making a bigger impact using Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, all of those great platforms where your audience is most definitely hanging out and where you just need to spend more strategic time connecting with them and giving them what they're looking for. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Again, I'm Bobby with Think Big Go Local. We're a digital marketing firm here in the burbs of Chicago, serving the needs of small businesses and entrepreneurs, making sure they are doing their social media the right way with the right strategy, making a huge impact and growing their business. We'll see you again soon.